Do you struggle to stay confident on competition day? It's completely normal to feel nervous, anxious before a competition. This probably means you want to do well, and you've probably been preparing for this for a long time. Today, I'm going to give you my top tips for how to reduce the stress, anxiety, nerves on a competition day and to help you perform your best. For anyone new around here, hi, I'm Joe. I'm a Team GB gymnast, European 2-time medalist, 6-time national champion. So I think I know what it's like to perform on a competition day. If you want my top tips for improving gymnastics performance, I'm going to leave a link down below where you, your parent, coaches can get access to my top tips from years of experience as a gymnast and coach to help improve gymnasts' performance. We cover things like strength conditioning, mental blocks, resilience, and they are perfect instead of a little PDF that you're not going to look at after 5 minutes. Now, lots of my competitions were not perfect. In fact, none of my competitions were perfect. And I want you to remember that. Often when it comes to competitions, everything else goes out the window and the only thing you focus on is the result, because ultimately that is why you're doing a competition. To perform your best, you need to learn how to put those nerves aside and let the training do the talking. Tip 1, focus on what you can control. I see gymnasts all the time count themselves out before they've even got to a competition. On the competition day, everything is done. Training's done. You are ready. The preparation you have or have not done, you can't add any more. Your job is to go out there with the plan and try and execute the plan. You can't adjust something that didn't go right in training last week or in your last sessions. All you can do is deal with the day, deal with what you can control, and try and put your best effort in. You cannot control what skills another team, gymnast or club are going to do in their competitions. Well, within the sportsmanship rules of gymnastics that we all follow, and the good sportsmen and women over here, good sports people, you cannot affect how they land, how their skill scores, what the judges think of their skills, how they execute the skills, unless you're obviously going to go push them over, which I don't recommend, or distract them. You can only focus on what you can do and what skills you perform and how your preparation up to that point is throughout the competition. If you make a mistake, how do you respond? Do you continue going? So many times I see gymnasts count themselves out before they get to the competition, or they're going, oh, we're just going for experience, or we're never going to get that score. And that's fine. You can have that as your goal, and you're setting your expectations well there. If you're going into the Olympic Games and you're a recreational gymnast, you're probably not going to win. But competition fields, especially in a sport like gymnastics, can open up like that. And I've seen it myself, where the skills are so big, the stakes are so high, and gymnastics is all about how well you can perform a series of difficulty or a difficult skill. It's so easy for even the best in the world to make a mistake. You need to make sure that no matter where you come or however your preparation was up until this point, you can always go back in hindsight and reflect on your preparation, your nutrition night before, morning of, hydration, effort, mood, what type of person I need to be around. Have you done your pre-performance routine? Have you done all these things that are going to set you up for success? Tip 2 that's going to decrease your nerves on competition day is visualization. Visualization. Something that helped me throughout my competitive years was visualization. For years, I didn't know what visualization was. You could say it to me, I had no idea. Visualization is the process of imagining yourself doing maybe a routine, or maybe entering the competition arena, maybe you're doing a certain skill, whatever it is, but you are visualizing, you're putting your brain into a mindset, you're looking, you're feeling, you're using the senses to help visualize what is going to happen on that competition day, in the routine, in the skill, throughout the landing, whatever it is. There's a whole host of things you can visualize. I used to do lots of different variants of visualizing. However, what I think really helped me the most was visualizing the skills. Gymnasts do skills different ways. Sometimes it may be through feel, sometimes, hopefully, most of it's done through spotting, but there's lots of times where maybe you miss a spot or whatever, and sometimes visualization, because gymnastics doesn't always go to plan, can help you feel more confident in those moments. But also, I genuinely believe it can help you perform the skill better. I used to try and put my body and mind through what I'd be feeling, seeing, smelling, hearing before the competition, in the competition, before routine, after routine, for the next routine, in the cool. Whatever I was doing, I'd visualised it before. Quick side note, if you watched that BBC One show where I've got the trophy right there, and I mean, let's be honest, I cannot believe I won, but it's another story for another day. Every time I got to that eliminator at the end, I was visualising going through the paper first. What was the beam going to feel like when I jumped over it, or the hurdle, sorry. What was the rope going to feel like? What was the monkey bars going to feel like? Okay, I've got that unhooked, bang, trapeze, the cargo net. Visualisation, it is key. If you can get a handle or even start to develop visualisation, and it's not for everyone, there's a few other things we're going to discuss that might help you. But if you can start going through the skill before you've done it in your head, you're getting extra reps in, maybe not physically, but mentally. And gymnastics is one heck of a mental sport. Trust me, yeah? Think about, you don't believe me? Think about that last time you had that skill trouble, yeah? Bet your body could do it, brain couldn't. Yeah, see, mental. Point 3, positive self-talk. Now, I am a massive hypocrite here. Sometimes I'll think myself into and even maybe talk to myself negatively. However, the brain is your most powerful tool. Have you ever thought about something so much and then it ends up happening? It's not fate, yeah? Your brain is a powerful tool. I like to refer to it as the danger sensing machine. It's kept us alive for so long. We are very pessimistic because all the optimists ultimately died. And this is what helped us develop as a race. I think what's so important is you realise that gymnastics isn't normal. Sometimes when you have fear, doubt, and anxious episodes or anxiety, it's your brain telling your body, okay, you could potentially be in danger here. Is it really wise that I throw myself through the air and try and land on my feet? These feelings are normal. And I've seen it lots of times before where they're glossed over by coaches, and I just think we don't acknowledge them enough. So please, you're awesome, and gymnastics is dangerous, difficult, and maybe some people think you're delusional, but that's why we do it, we love it. The brain is going to send you its fair share of concerns and wobbles and worries while you're trying to hurdle yourself down a track through a variety of different flips, forwards or backwards, with multiple somersaults, sometimes 3, and trying to land on your feet. You can't expect that it's going to let you do that and have no concerns. However, when you use your brain in a positive way and you talk to it positively, it has the exact same effect. Positive self-talk, telling yourself, I can do this, I've done this before, I've training, getting yourself in that zone can massively benefit you before you go out to a competition. And this is something I try to do with all my gymnasts, even if you've had a bad training week or day, whatever. We get yourself in that zone, right, comp day, you've done this before, you can do this, let's go. And lots of that's created by the coaches, but parents, coaches, everyone around you, positive self-talk is key. I really struggle with not letting my thoughts or my brain's thoughts get the better of me. And the one thing that keeps me going is that you need to remember that not everything your brain presents to you is true. And that massively helps me. It's almost like it'll give you something and you have to kind of detect and think, okay, is it this way? Is it that way? Whatever. And it's the same in gymnastics. Yeah, not every time where you're worried about hurting yourself or falling over. It doesn't happen, does it? You've got to write the script. This is my little bonus point before I get onto the real meat on the bone. If I could tell you one thing that all top athletes, sportsmen, women, gymnasts, sports players in the world all had in common, it would be this one thing. View nerves as a good thing. View it as an opportunity. You're nervous because you want to do well. This means there might be something on the line. It might be a medal, but is it experience? Is it a chance for you to get better? A chance for you to fail and learn? Yes, it is. These guys that have done what you want to do, walk the walk, talk the talk, the Olympians, all see pressure as a privilege. And if you can start to think about that and start to apply that, you will succeed. And my favourite tip that everybody else won't tell you is, remember why you started. All comps, good or bad, will be over. They'll pass. There'll be another one where you do good, okay, or bad. They'll pass. There'll be another one where you do good, okay, or bad. there will always be another opportunity. In 2018, I fell over in the European final. Lots of my team did. Wasn't just me, but I'm passing blame. I fell over, came fourth, cried, I was so upset. In 2021, after lots of setbacks, I got the opportunity to go to Europeans again, and we actually won a bronze medal. I stood on that podium, and I've told the story before. As soon as I got up there, I realised that the fun was in the journey. Enjoy every second, because as soon as you step off that podium, it's over. Yeah, you might get a few followers, or you might get a few people say well done, but remember why you started. You enjoy gymnastics because it's fun. Maybe you don't. Maybe you just want to do comps and get the clout, but you should enjoy it. You should realise why you started gymnastics and why you compete in the first place, because everybody has a bad day. However, everybody can have another good day. If you want my top tips for improving gymnastics performance, I'm going to leave a link down below where you can get my free tips, and I put all of my best ones there so you can read them every day, 2 to 3 minutes, and not have a big pointless PDF that you don't look through at the end of the week. If your competition nerves have subsided and you want to see how to improve your performance through strength and conditioning, I want you to watch this video right here. Boom.